Patients often ask me, what can I do to boost my immune system? Well, if you want to boost your immune system and keep it running like a well-oiled machine, you've got to start with the basics. So loading up on a diet rich in fruits and good veggies, lean proteins and whole grains. Your immune system will love this stuff. Exercise regularly, even if it's just a brisk walk, as movement keeps those immune cells active and pumping around the body and getting to where they are needed. And then don't skimp on sleep. We're talking 7 to 9 hours of solid rest. It's like a recharge for your whole body, especially your immune system. Then managing stress is huge too. Chronic stress can tank your immune system faster than you can say burnout. So try regular mindfulness and maybe even some daily chill time. Oh, and good hygiene isn't just for show. Wash those hands like you mean it. If you take care of your body, it will be strong and ready to take care of you.